We're on Highway 522 going towards downtown Cuesta, New Mexico from Sierra Hermosa RV Park just behind me. I can't remember which direction it was. Southwest, I guess. Anyway, we're going to go out to, I think it's called Rio Grande Gorge Wild Rivers Campground, and it's run by the Corps of it. Scratch that, Bureau of Land Management. There's no hookups there, but we're going to do two parts, probably, maybe three, because I'm going out there this morning to have a picnic. Well, for lunch. It's about 11 o'clock. Temperature shows to be about 80. Pretty nice. No complaints there. And yeah, but what I want to show you is when you're on 522 going north out here a little ways, you're going to see that it's not really all that well marked where the turn is to go to the campground, unless they've changed the sign. But anyway, we're going. And when I get there, I'll show you what I packed for my picnic lunch, and you're going to be extremely impressed. This is a meal for a real out of the sewer, I mean connoisseur, you know. And so here we go. It's a long way out there, you know. From here, it's about a 30-minute drive, so that's why I said it'll probably be two parts, or we'll see. I'm not going to commit one way or the other. I have the towel on the dash, so that's good. And yeah, it's just a pretty beautiful. I was going to go over to Red River this morning and get a piece of fried chicken, but today's July the 4th, and they're having a July 4th parade, and that town is slammed. Okay, so I kind of pulled toward it, got close to town, turned around. Why? Well, because I'm not that big. You know, you'd had to park a mile away, and then you get to see the mayor and the city councilman and a few real estate people and stuff. A parade is for kids, in my opinion, but kids do love them. People come by and throw candy and stuff, and it's a tradition, a good tradition. So here we go. We're heading on out of town here, and yeah, if you went about 30 miles straight ahead, you'd be in Colorado. Yep. And when you crossed into Colorado, you'd be right at the oldest town in the state. I can't remember the name of it. I've mentioned it in other videos, but I still don't recall the name. There's a little grocery store thing here on the left, and past that, you'll see one of those brown signs. Brown signs mean parks and stuff. So we're cruising along at 55, and I'm concentrating on finding that sign, because I ever missed it before. Yep, I have. I've actually driven all the way to Colorado. And wow, I thought it was in New Mexico. Duh. Wake up, boy. Wake up. Yeah, there's the little gas station on the left there. Sometimes the gas there is pretty reasonable. Today, they don't even have the sign lit up, so that's not a good omen. That's come on in. See where that car turned up there ahead of us? That's the road, I think. See the little brown sign here? We actually take a left on Highway 378 and go to Wild Rivers through Cerro, Cerro. Are we turning? Yeah, I think we are. I think I just turned over my picnic lunch. I did. I straightened it up because I got it all stacked up in a bag. So now we can go 45 miles an hour, but this is a kind of a windy road, and you think you're close to the park when you turn here. You're not. You go on and on and on and on and on. I mean, you begin to wonder if you're heading the right direction, but you are. You're fine. It's in the mountains. It's beautiful. If you The campground, the main campground, there's some pullouts on the way, I guess you can camp at, but the main camping areas, uh, they're near them. There are hiking trails that you can walk down into Rio Grande Gorge, but I never did. I take that back. I did go down what they called an easy trail many years ago. It wasn't easy. Not to me, it wasn't. Yeah, and going down wasn't too bad. Coming back up, I thought the trail would never end. Yeah, a little community out here called Cerro, which would make sense. It'd be Cerro, but it could be something else, pronounced some other way. And if I think of something really important to say, I'll sure say it. But right now, I'm kind of at a blank, other than to tell you that the price of this campground is really reasonable if you have the uh, senior federal pass, because it's 50% off. And it used to be that was $3.50 a night. That may have doubled since I've been here, but it's still not bad. Even if it was $7 a night. But there are no hookups, no dump station. Uh, there's water available, and it's apparently drinkable. There may or may not be a camp host there. In the past, there was. Does that really matter? Well, it matters only in the sense that if you wanted a camp host job, being a camp host at Wild Rivers wouldn't be all that bad, because the campsite they give you there has power, water, and sewer. Okay? Yeah, so you got a full hookup as a camp host. And BLM, Bureau of Land Management, in most places pays a daily rate to the camp host in addition to a free campsite. I mean, it's not much, but at least it'll pay your expenses of going all the way to Taos to get groceries and stuff. And from out here, into Taos, over an hour drive, or close to an hour anyway, because it's 30 minutes or more from Cuesta. Yeah, but you just drive on and on and on and on. And the speed limit is around 35 or whatever it is. And that is a suggestion out here, because I don't think anybody on this road drives 35 except me. Why do I drive? I'm not in a hurry. What have I got to do? I'm going to have a picnic lunch. Am I hungry? Well, I'm not starved, let me say that. My ribs aren't sticking out. This is the little community of Cerro, I suppose. A lot of houses out here. Once you pass this last one here, though, you're in the boonies. And I'm on my OnStar thing in the electric vehicle. I activated it with some data, and it's showing 4 bars of signal right now, and I don't have anything on my other phones. So I don't know. Somehow we're getting a signal. Everybody thought it was satellite. The OnStar was satellite. It's not. It's AT&T and AT&T and others. They have an agreement with AT&T. AT&T gets $15 a month, and General Motors gets $10. Can you believe this guy's going slower than me? Not really, but I'm going to go around him. I finally get to pass somebody. Isn't that interesting? Oh, it says do not pass. Well, sorry about that. I mean, I'm going 35. It's not like I'm going light speed here, guys. As far as wildlife out here, they say there's bear out here. It's called Rio Grande del Norte, but they say there's bear out here and all kinds of stuff. Have I ever seen any bear out here? No. Saw some jackrabbits, and that's about it. I heard some coyotes at night. I didn't see any rattlesnakes. I'm sure they're here. I mean, this place has got rattlesnake written all over it. Okay, but yeah, you just go on and on and on and on and on, and you think, my God, did they move it? But off to the right, not too far, is actually Rio Grande Gorge, and right up here, there's going to be a pullout where they have some those vault toilets, and I'm not sure if you can camp there or not. I don't know. I never asked. But the downside of out here, if it bothers you, is, well, of course, I have OnStar and I've got a signal now. When I get to the campground, I probably won't, but enough said. You're probably not going to have a cell phone signal out here, or if you do, it'd be very weak. If you have Starlink, oh, you'd be in heaven out here. There's no obstructions at all. Yeah, and the Starlink is a good deal for those people that are full-time RVers that are actually traveling. You can be a full-time RVer like me, but you don't do a lot of traveling, like going from spot to spot to spot. So, you can't really justify the cost of Starlink, even though, it's $100. I think the roaming thing where you can go to different places is $135 a month, and I'm not sure what the taxes and fees are. But, if you just rounded it up to 150, I'm sure you'd be close. Since I've stopped drinking the aspartame Dr. Peppers and diet drinks, I have gone to drinking tea, iced tea. And I got to tell you, I should have done that before because I really enjoy it. I just fix me, in the mornings I fix me some tea, and I have the hot tea while I'm eating my breakfast, and then what's left, I just add ice to it, do my morning drive and stuff. Here's one of the pull-offs here. You can go out to the right here, and that's called Sheep, S-H-E-E-P, Sheep Crossing Overlook, and there'll be a few more of those. We're within 50 yards of Rio Grande Gorge, off to the right. But you'll get to see it. I'll show it to you when we get to the deal. If I start stopping at everything, it'll be a long time before we get there. How long have we been going? Not too bad. Yeah. We're about, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm going to say 10 minutes from the campground. But if you get out here and you're going to go view the gorge, all I can tell you is, walking up to the edge of a cliff anywhere, in my opinion, is a bad idea. Why? Well, if that is a weak point and you put your weight on it, then you get to see the bottom of the gorge, you see? So that's your choice, though. This is Chiflo Overlook here on the right. Another stop. There's some people there. They've got picnic tables at that one. I'll find a spot. And the good thing about having the senior federal pass, if they do have a day use fee here, I think, but I don't have to pay day use fees because if you have the senior federal pass, it's free. Is the senior federal pass worth the money? I don't know how much it is now. I paid $10 for a lifetime deal. I think it's probably $80 now. But it's still a hell of a deal. Because I went to Grand Canyon a couple of times, and they got all those little booths, where they collect your money and stuff. Just show them that card and go right on in. We're down to one bar. Well, it went up to two now. But we're getting close to the campground, so we might have something in there. But it's good to know that I've got something even close. I don't know how many. I think there's three. One, two. I think there's three camping areas in the park. You know, different names, different locations, and I stay at the one is like I don't know, Agua Prieta or something. It's something about water, I think. That's where I usually stay if I can find a spot there. Does it make any difference? I don't think so. All personal preference. You see all this brush and stuff around us. You know, you'd think if you could, you drive out there and camp. Well, the downside of that, out in this sagebrush and creosote and cactus, you got a lot of mice out there, and all those little mices are looking for a home, and your RV is looking dadgum good, you know, with all them good groceries in there for them to steal. Now, the only time I've gotten mice in a vehicle was my pickup with the camper top. I camped on a BLM spot just like this, where you could just, there was a little road where I pulled out and camped, and yep, next morning or during the night I hear these little noises. Next morning I opened the hood and saw the little mouse messages, so to speak, and got me some little cheap traps and put some just plain old cheese in them, and yeah, it wasn't long I got them. But yeah, you know, they can damage the wires on your car, so you need to get rid of them as soon as you can. People try all kinds of things, you know, peppermint spray, or you know, you get the little vials of peppermint, put it on cotton balls and put it around under your hood. They say they don't like that smell. You know, I don't know. They may put it behind their ears and go on a date, for all I know. Best thing to do is just go where the mice ain't. And where there's mice, there's their little predators called snakes. Okay, we've been going for what? About 17 minutes right now. And yeah, so it takes a full, we're pretty close. I mean, I keep saying that. I've been saying it for 20 minutes. I mean, you know, well, we're getting close there, Martha. When we get up here in the park, you know, when I pass by the park headquarters, I'll end this video, and then I'll start another one to show you some campgrounds, or, well, yeah, I guess I could do that. Well, I'll go to one campground anyway, because they're all the same. And you can't I don't think you can reserve a site here. They may have changed that, but it was all first come, first serve. I would rather have it that way here in these other BLM campgrounds, because you know, there's not that many people that come here, and well, I don't know. Maybe now it's probably passed. That guy passed in that car, and now he's right on my bumper. I mean, yo, like, well, he can pass too if he wants to. You see what I mean about a windy road? Yeah, here's the sign for the main entrance up here, but it's just a sign, and you go a little past it, and on the left is the park office, or whatever you want to call it. You can go up here, the road kind of forks. There's where you get your feed envelope. And it looked like they're still using that. Speed limit shows 25, and I'm not going 25. I'm not even going close. Well, we're going to go to, we'll go to 30. We'll call it 30. I'll just use that as a suggestion. You really couldn't go much faster in here anyway, because of these curves. Reminds me of being at a large park like Disneyland or Disney World. They curve all the walkways so you can't see straight ahead and see how crowded it really is. They do have Wi-Fi, or did, at the headquarters office, because I've sat on the patio and uploaded videos years ago. It's slower than molasses, but whatever. They may have improved it by now. We're showing still showing 2 bars of AT&T our OnStar signal, which is awesome because we're in it now. You know, that really surprises me because I got no signal on my visible, quote, Verizon phone and none on my T-Mobile Red Pocket phone, 0. But I've got both phones set up for Wi-Fi calls, and I've got them both hooked to the Wi-Fi in the car. But the car has to be on. You can't, if the engine or you've turned the power off, you don't have any signal. See what I mean about it goes on and on and on? We've been driving for 21 minutes. Now we'll go till we pass the office. In fact, I'll pull in there and end the video. I mean, you know, there's only 2 cars in this whole park, and we're right here bumper to bumper. It's almost funny, isn't it? I mean, there's not another car within 100 miles, and this guy's right on my bumper. There's got to be a message in that. I don't know what it is. Okay. Visitor center. Okay, this is a one-way. What it is, when you go in to this park right here, it makes a big circle and comes back out right there. Okay, this makes a big loop through, and all the campgrounds are off to one side or the other. Elevation about 7,500 feet, maybe a little higher. I'm not sure, but it's a good campground. I mean, it's really usually quiet, and as far as hiking, you can hike down to the gorge, or you can hike. They got hiking trails that go across that brush, you know, and a lot of here's one right here, you know, that crosses the road, and you get the map at the office, and you can go. I've walked some of those trails, but be sure that you wear a hat, long sleeve shirt, long pants, and watch for snakes. Take you some water out here, because I guarantee you that you're being evaporated. You're being turned into a raisin. Now it shows 3 bars of AT&T right here, or OnStar. That's amazing. That's good to know. Do I want to come camping out here? I don't know. Could, might. Well, the data speeds aren't very good. No, because I checked at a couple of places, and even though you do have fairly good download speed, you know, like 6 to 10 megabits per second, the upload speeds are 1 to 2, and to upload a 1 gigabyte video, 7 or 8 minutes, would take a long time. On the left here is the visitors, or the deal. I'll turn it here. This is the visitor center here on the left. And they went straight. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's a nice little building. You know, they got books and stuff in there, and all the stuff about the parks, and yeah, so you can benefit by going in there and asking questions. There's a amphitheater, and there's a trail that comes here from my old campground, and yeah, I'd walk up here in the morning sometimes and chat with them and see what was going on. Anyway, guys, from Wild Rivers Bureau of Land Management Campground, this is me, and we'll end this video, and then we'll do another one. Why? Because we want to do this thing. Okay, it's wild. That sign says Wild Rivers Scenic Loop Road. Yep. So let's end the video there. Anyway, thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye bye. Use the Amazon link. Drink plenty of water. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Enjoy your life. Keep your health. Remember, it's your life. Do it your way. Adios.